Purchase life annuity quote comparison. That's a weird hobnob of words. Hi there, I'm Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states. Copy of my book, The Annuity Stanifesto, could be purchased on Amazon, but if you're really nice, you can shoot me an email, stan@theannuityman.com. We have a few copies, I'll sign it and send it to you. But that was Vibrant Stan. Big C behind the camera, that was when I was young and vibrant. The annuity industry's beating me down, player. It's a struggle. You know, it's like screaming into a hurricane, as they say in Florida, which I'm there most of the time. But we're going to get to this topic after I get like a swig of Coke or Perrier or something. What's going on, Big C? Hang in there with me, audience. We'll be back. I'll be hammering it. So, purchase life annuity quote comparison. I mean, this is another prime example of my handlers. And you know, when I walk through an airport, there's bodyguards, there's lawyers, there's hangers-oners, and then there's consultants. And the consultants are all like, hey, I've got a topic. Why don't we do this topic? This is one of those topics. It really doesn't make sense, but let's talk about it anyway. Purchased annuity comparison. So you've purchased the annuity and you want to compare it. That's not when to compare it, okay? Now, if you're doing that, we'll do that for you, and hopefully you didn't make a fatal mistake. But in all seriousness, we do have a second opinion group that I head up, that if you have bought the dream and you want us to explain the contractual realities, we will do that for you. We will provide a second opinion. And I think this topic really should be reworded as, is there a way I can get a second opinion on an annuity I purchased to find out if I got stuck with something horrific or if it's okay? But that's too long. Okay, that's too long for someone to type into Google. But really, that's what it is. So if you're sitting out there and you went to the bad chicken dinner seminar or the expensive steak dinner seminar, and you got the flat mignon with the loaded baked potato and the mushrooms, and then they bought the 7-layer chocolate cake at the end, and then you bought the annuity and you had no clue what you bought, and you say, well, I don't know what I bought, but that was a really good meal. Call us, go to my site at theannuityman.com, schedule a call, and we will walk through what you own. In most cases, you can't get out of it because annuity companies have the big buildings for a reason. They design those products like that. But we will talk to you about what you have, and if it's a lemon, we'll try to make lemonade. If it's good, we'll tell you it's good. If it's bad, we'll tell you it's bad. But from a comparison standpoint, we can run that number, okay? If you've owned an annuity for a long time and really just kind of took every statement and threw it in the drawer and threw it in the drawer and threw it in the drawer, and you finally saw this goofy guy with this really cool t-shirt and say, I'm gonna call that guy, I think he might tell me the truth. I will, and you can say, okay, here's what I bought, what do I do? What does it have on it? What benefits do I not know about that I can take advantage of? We can do that. We enjoy doing that. Do we get paid for that? No. Do we charge you for that? No. We don't do that. Free consultation. Been doing this for a long, long, long time. Sometimes it works out and you become a client. Sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes we help because we're helping. Everybody in my office, in the Las Vegas office, they're licensed. All 50 states, but they're not on commission. So they're not motivated to try to sell you something. They're motivated to try to explain it to you. They're motivated to explain the nuances of what you own. If we have to get on the phone with you with the carrier that you purchased from, we'll do that. We won't talk to the agent, but we will talk to the carrier. We will talk to you. So we can run those comparison quotes if you already own an annuity. If you are considering an annuity, that's where the comparisons really need to start. You need to quote all carriers at our site, The Annuity Man, to see what the highest contractual guarantees are. Remember, 2 questions. What do you want the money to contractually do? And when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? In the PIL acronym, P stands for principal protection, I stands for income for life, L stands for legacy, the other L stands for long-term care. If you don't need to contractually solve for one of those things in the PIL, or more, like if there's 2 of them, if you don't need to solve for any of those, you don't need an annuity. There's no G for growth, there's no S for stock market, there's no B for Bitcoin. There's no R for reasonable rate of return. There's none of that. We sell contractual guarantees. I pioneered CGO, contractual guarantees only. I am the leader in that, and I'm hoping that more and more people follow. We found a guy the other day, this is great. He literally took the site and copied everything. Like literally copied and then just kind of inserted his picture in there. And I was like, I think that's illegal, but I'm not sure. I'll have my lawyers deal with that. But the point is, people are following it because there's 14,000 people turn to 65 every day looking for guarantees. They're not looking for the best next hot stock tip. They're not looking for the next best mutual fund. They're not looking to do more Bitcoin. They're not looking for that. They're looking for chapter 2 of their life. They're looking for guarantees. They're looking to either protect the principal or a lifetime income stream. That's majority of the people we talk to, and that's what we sell. That's what we sell. Very simplistic, easy to understand contractual guarantees, and we shop all carriers, all 50 states, all carriers for the highest contractual guarantee. People say, what's the best product? What's the best annuity out there, son? Let me tell you, there's not a best annuity. The best annuity is the one that provides the highest contractual guarantee for your specific situation. That's what comparison's all about. So in conclusion, there's kind of two comparisons. Hey, Stan, comparison, I already bought it. We'll do that. Not a problem, no charge, no fee. We're just gonna help you figure out what you own and maximize what you own. Okay? And 95% of the time, you got to stay where you are. There's a 5% chance that we can beat the contractual guarantee you have by moving it to another carrier. But notice I said 5%. 95% of the time, we're going to advise you to stay there and take the contractual guarantee. That's the first comparison that we'll offer. The second one you can do on your own or have us do for you at my site at The Annuity Man is comparing quotes after you answer the two questions. What do you want the money to contractually do, and when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? Schedule a free consultation call with my team, and we'll walk you through all of that. No high pressure. We're not hammers looking for nails. There's no urgency to buy an annuity. The urgency is doing what you're doing right now. Taking 8 to 10 minutes of your life and trying to learn something and try to find a source or a resource that you can depend on. Hopefully that's us. I think that's us. We are the top sellers of fixed annuities in the country. I know you're saying, but Stan, you're located in Las Vegas, Nevada. I know that's weird. I know. The place where risk flows, right? That's all about risk, and we are all about no risk. I love that. But the main reason we're in Las Vegas is we're open from 5:30 in the morning to 5:30 at night Pacific, which means 8:30 in the morning to 8:30 at night Eastern, and then 9 to 5 on Saturday. We're open 68 hours a week, so you can fit us into your schedule instead of you having to fit our schedule into yours. So do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment if it's a nice one. You can email me, stan@theannuityman.com, but do me one favor. Above my head, there's a box and there's a countdown, and there's a link there that's going to explain how the process works. I know we're early in our relationship, but you might want to understand how it works if you decide to become a client. I explain all of that. So with that being said, my name is Stan the Annuity Man, author of the Annuity Stanifesto. We'll see you next time.